Hey, what's up, guys? Jacob Rothenberg here, giving to you tonight a new video on Amazon slash Kindle publishing. What I want to bring up real quickly is that I just got a notice from Emeka. Him and I are buds, so I'm giving you this notice in advance. If you have not already, you need to sign up for my self-publishing blueprint right now. Course is at $297 or 3 payments of $127. I've just been told by Emeka that the course will be going up in price. If I checked my emails with him, I can tell you how much time you have. I'm checking right now. I'm not making this up. This is really going down. You got to buy the course now before the price keeps going up. It's really worth it too. Let's see. It's going up on July 9th at midnight. So depending on when you're watching this, it could be a few days from now. You need to sign up for the low price of $297. Otherwise, it'll be up at $397 next week. So hop on it. It is the best course for making your first $1,000 online with Kindle Publishing. My link is below if you want to join in, and I'll hope to see you there. Well, what I really want to talk about today, for those of you who are newer to Amazon Publishing, and maybe you're just getting started with looking at keywords, looking at different topics you want to publish about. Maybe you want to publish for a topic that you're interested in. How do you get started? How do you get started with Amazon, looking at books, and what do you want to look out for? Well, this is something I want to tackle right now, as I do want to, for the next few videos, talk to those of you who are brand new to Amazon Publishing and really want to just get started with the bare basics of keyword research. No tricks, no special tactics, nothing, proprietary from me on how to find anything fancy. Just how to look at keywords and how to go about refining what you're looking at. And I'll show you why we need to refine what you're looking at. So with that, let's start with looking at business books. Maybe you're interested in publishing a book on something business related. So let's just say you type in business books. What do you get? Well, you get a whole lot of results here. It's kind of all over the place with what books will show up, as it's a very broad category, very general for business. So you'll get, generally speaking, the most broad business books available with regards to the topic. So you have Secrets of Silicon Valley, Leaders Eat Last. It's about leadership and teamwork, about how to start your own business, The Power of Habits. Wow. And as you can see here, we have books that are extremely successful. If we were to look at any of them, they're extremely successful. Some are going to be very well known, very well reviewed. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Everyone's heard of that book. So right away, you might think at first, hey, why don't I publish a book like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? It's a successful book. Therefore, if I publish a book similar to it, I can have a successful book too. Makes logical sense, right? Well, the problem with that kind of thinking is that you keep in mind, you have to consider these books as your competitors. So if we're talking about the general keyword of business books, how is your book going to be listed on the first page that most people look at for business books when you have these existing entrants who are already very well reviewed, very well known, taking up the first page? And the same can be said for something like this, where you've got books such as How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie and countless other very well known books. We could go pages, and you've got The Art of War. We could keep going on. Needless to say, if your strategy was to publish for a general book on business, more or less, you are going to end up nowhere to be seen for your book. You're going to end up on page 320 of the results, so to speak. Your book needs visibility in order to sell. If people can't find your book on Amazon, it could be the best gosh darn book ever written in the face of the earth. But if no one's able to buy it or read it, it's not going to get its acknowledgement and you're not going to make sales. So in that case, you might ask, well, if I can't write a general book on business, what do I do? And that is where you need to be more specific with your approach to keywords. So I would call this niching down. So with that, we have business books. When you think of business, remember, you can subset different categories of business into other topics. And those other topics, some of those other topics are listed right here from Amazon on other book categories within the realm of business that you could publish for. Entrepreneurship, business leadership, business management, motivational management and leadership, personal finance, etc. So let's look at something that's a little bit more specific. It's still going to be somewhat broad. When we talk about personal finance, for example, we can have a million other approaches to personal finance. And so we're seeing still the same books for personal finance. I suppose all of these books do mention personal finance as some aspect of starting a business, how to do well with business. And you do have very slightly less competition. Although it's still extremely rough with books such as these. Just giving you a chance to take a look. You don't quite have the mega sharks that we were seeing prior. Not quite. So this is slightly less competitive, but you would still have no chance showing up for the category of personal finance, right? So what you can do further is you want to niche it down from there. So let's say personal finance. When we think of personal finance, let's say investing in penny stocks. Example. What do we see here when we look at books related to investing for penny stocks? We find results that are limited specifically to finding books on penny stocks, on how to invest in penny stocks, which is, as you can see right away, much, much, much less competitive than what we were seeing prior with more generalized books. And this is exactly why you need to be more specific with your keyword research and with your approach to books when you're starting out as a newbie. Again, you don't want to have the most general self-help book, the most general business book. You want to get really down and dirty with what you want to write about. Find something very specific. You want to be, in this case, not the small fish in the big pond, but you want to be the big fish in a very small pond. That is how you find your success with Amazon publishing most of the time. So right away, for penny stocks, we have a book that has only 2 reviews, very poor reviews, rather. It's probably a very bad book. It's likely self-published, okay? Yes. And it does not sell well on paperback because it is crap. Likewise, I would say it's just not worth looking at, but it has the top rank for penny stocks somehow. I don't know why, to be honest with you. But let's keep looking. I just want to see how viable this would be for a keyword. This looks pretty good. It does not look as self-published-y. This right here seems to be a more reputable author. Book does not do quite as well. Not quite well. That being said, this book has been out for over 7 years. The Kindle version is $29.49, which is extremely expensive for an ebook. But on occasion it does sell, so can't hate on that too much. We're getting a little bit warmer with success in this keyword. It might not be a profitable keyword, but we're assessing right now, since we just thought of something very specific, penny stocks, we're assessing right now if it's worth publishing a book for it. This is what it takes to do research. We're researching the way I would research a book, which is so imperative. You have to assess what you're looking for. Don't go in blind on books that you want to publish for. So we're already getting a little bit turned off with the rankings we're seeing. These books don't do quite as well. I want to try to find at least one book in this keyword that is selling well, if possible. I'm not pretty sure. Okay, Penny Stocks for Dummies. It has 219 reviews, but the hardcover is $85.95. The paperback's $8.49, so I'm wasting my time looking at that part. Let's look at the paperback. It's only available used, but it sells somewhat well. I don't think there's a ebook version for dummy books, so we'll look past that. This one is the 2016 version. I'm gonna look at this. Yes. Now here we go. Life. This book sells very well. Granted, it's a for dummies book, which is going to be damn near impossible to really compete against, heads up. So if this is the only book doing well for penny stocks, and we're going to look just a little bit longer to see if that's the case. Funny enough, the author of For Dummies was also the author for this, so I think he's got it on lockdown, but I want to do one more quick look. Although it's seeming futile. Let's look at this, Mark Brissett. Does somewhat well for the ebook, and with the rankings of the Kindle version, not so much. So I would say while one author is doing very well with this keyword, he's the authority for penny stock investing on Amazon anyway. Even if you were to publish for penny stocks, your book might not. It's very likely your book might sell a few copies, but it's not going to make you a whole lot of money. I would say there would be other keywords better that are worth more of your time and money publishing for. So right there, we already eliminated something specific for business that you might be interested in, but we're always coming up with ideas. Let's keep looking while we're doing this video. So let's niche up to get ideas, and then we're going to niche down to assess keywords. So let's look at stock investing books. Yeah, let's do that. And then we're going to niche down and get an idea once we can see something that we might be interested in. Because something like stock investing is already a little bit broad. You're not going to be able to compete with books that are made by big-time publishers for broader topics that have it on lockdown. There's just no way. So let's niche down a little bit. Stock investing. Let's look at day trading books. That's 2 words. Okay. It might still be a little bit broad, but it certainly shows here that we have more specific results related only to day trading, and it is less competitive, though it is still very fierce with highly reviewed books. I would say right off the bat, when you have so many reviews, very well reviewed books, it's not worth publishing for. I don't think this is even worth our time looking at. But to give you a look, if you're interested in it, we can take a quick look. This right here is a 5-book bundle. So as I can show you here, if I back up, a bundle is a compilation of multiple books bundled as one. So this product is essentially 5 books related to day trading, all consolidated together as one bundle that you can purchase on Amazon, which supposedly has cost savings and is more of a deal, it gives you more value for your money, supposedly. So here we have an author who's created a 5-in-1 bundle, the Bible of day trading, for the price of $32. Maybe at one point he was selling well, but this bundle is not really doing well for paperback. That might be contrary for audiobooks. So you can publish for ebooks, paperbacks, or hardcover. And then you can also produce audiobooks with Amazon. And just because a topic like day trading for this person might not be doing well as a bundle on paperback, it might be doing well on Kindle. Not as well, but a little bit better. It might actually be profitable on audiobook. Let's just take a quick look if we can. It's kind of hard to tell with the rankings here. Yeah. Kind of hard to tell, but if it's selling at $17.95, it's very possible this author's hit ROI in the past. But as I'm filming this on July 4th, happy Independence Day, of 2018, this book might have seen its best days prior. So we could continue looking, but I don't think this keyword is going to be too hot. I'm not seeing any signs of life, aside from the books that are heavily dominating, like this one, which has 872 reviews. You have no chance in hell of competing. There's no chance. Yeah. It's a self-published author. Amazing. Someone did it, but I assume he's a real PhD who has a 288-page book, has editorial reviews. Very cool. Very cool. Wow. This author made it happen. But I assume it's an actual publisher, an actual writer who self-published that knows this topic. They did not hire a ghostwriter to write a book on day trading. They actually took the effort to produce an extremely high-quality book. And we could take a look here. So this, yeah, we're not going to see too much, actually. But you can tell a little bit if you have some experience that this was not some shoddy work. It's someone who has authority on day trading and knows what they're actually doing related to day trading. So, yeah, that was not exactly a great keyword to research for. We can keep going. Again, this is all related to what you're interested in. Maybe you want to see other topics related to business. So let's do one more. Business books. Let's get an idea. How about something related to success and self-help for business? Who comes up? All the books we already know. All these people we've already heard of. Yeah. How about, let's think of something here. I bought this book personally. Great book. Tribe of Mentors. I have one. It's still going to be broad, but it will niche down eventually. Business books for women. Let's see what comes up. So it's a slightly less competitive again. These books are more specific to business titles for women. Still, you have a lot of competition. Let's see if we can niche this down further and find something worth our time. Let's come up with an idea if we can. I just got an idea. So how about we do business books for black women? You never know. Hey, don't judge the keyword. Don't judge the idea. You never know what you can find with niching it down towards a certain demographic, not just gender, but even race. So why don't we take, for business books for everyone, to business books for women, to business books for black women. We're being very ultra specific now. And the competition is not going to be nearly as competitive. So let's take a look. The Little Black Book of Success, Laws of Leadership for Black Women. Okay. It's very well reviewed. I don't think it's going to be a book we can really compete against. It does pretty well. Likewise, it's got the Kindle version for $9.99. That does decent, somewhat well. And then, of course, the audiobook. This is 8 years old. It could have been doing very well prior, but it's right now just the hardcover copy that continues to carry sales. So this might have potential. When you've got an 8-year-old book like this, yes, it has 117 reviews, which kind of blows you out of the water right off the bat. But let's keep looking. We might have something here. Okay. 43 reviews. Self-published. 200 pages. Does very well. And if we were to look at the book, I think it's a great looking cover. Very relevant to the topic. Could be an actual doctor. You never know. You never know what kind of characters you can come up with pen names for author names on Amazon. It looks good. We might have something here. So, ladies of color watching this, and maybe you're interested in producing a business book for women related to your race, African Americans, black women. This might be something you want to look into. We're going to keep looking through the keyword. This has nothing to do with business books for black. This is not for black women. It's just a little black book, a toolkit for working women. And it still does well. And it is ranking for business books for black women. And let's look at specifically at books for black women. I think it's going to be doing pretty well. Only 23 reviews. This is a book you can compete against. Does somewhat well. And for paperback, and the Kindle version, I assume not so much. It's at $9.99. I think from the looks of it, you could get into this. Let's look at one more. There's not a whole lot of books for business specifically for black women. But let's say you had the best book out for black women on business. You're going to sell. So that's evident because someone has done it. Dr. Venus Opal Reese has. So with that, it's evident here. She did it as a self-published author. Only in January. So you can too. And note, there's no ebook version. Well, let me check. Yeah, there's no ebook version and there's no audiobook. What does that tell you? There's opportunity. So, would I publish for this? Yes, I would publish a book if I were interested in doing it. For a business book specifically for black women, I would publish one title. The reason why is because I think it has untapped potential. This defies what any course is going to teach you on keyword research, and I could even be wrong. Disclaimer, I could be wrong on this one. But this top-ranked book doesn't have an ebook version or audiobook. Sells well. Likewise, there's not a whole lot of other competitors for the topic. If you were to produce a top quality book, let's say 30,000 words, just to be outrageous, 30,000 word book, top quality, good cover, good content, get your reviews in somehow, produce an ebook at $2.99, and produce the audiobook. There could be a lot of black women out there looking for business books, disappointed that there's not that many out there, waiting for your book to be published, and they will buy it. So I would say, as far as business books for black women, go for it. And I'm just making sure that we've got this right. Like, why are you not a black woman millionaire yet? Okay, this is the kind of book you want to hear while you're commuting in your car to work. Maybe you're fed up with your 9-to-5 grind. You're fed up with your day job. Why aren't you a black woman millionaire yet? This book can help you. So this book has the answer. All right. It looks like it was an actual Stanford PhD. Dr. Venus takes you by the hand of how to make it possible. Why not find an author or a ghostwriter who's, who is, how do I say this politically correctly? Qualified to write a book on business books for black women, get their perspective, and publish a book on it. Do it. I think that this is worthwhile for those of you who find this personally appealing, and you should go for it. Keep in mind, if you aren't interested in this, what did we do to find this book? What did we do to find this keyword? Okay? We niched down. We went from business books. We took a look at some titles. We saw a title that had a cover with a woman on it. So we got the idea of business books for women. We took a look. We noticed that there was this one with a really nice cover. And it was for black women. So we niched down further. Business books for black women. Bingo. That's how we find this keyword, and we found this possible opportunity to make money on Amazon. So yes, it does take time, it does take thinking, and it does take effort to find keywords. But even though we had 2 bad keywords prior, we still came up with this book in less than 25 minutes. Literally. No rehearsing. This was all improvised. I did not know what I would be doing in this video for keyword research. We found something that had opportunity for you to make money on. So I hope this video helped you. I will continue to put out more video content specifically for beginners on keyword research, on the basics of Amazon. If you have topics you'd like me to cover on a beginner level, please, either if you're in my Facebook group, in my course, Elite Keyword Mastermind, link is below if you're interested. Sign up, pay the membership. You'll be in my course where I teach you my best methods of finding keywords in minutes, if not seconds. Let me know what you want to see for tutorials. Likewise, in the blueprint, you guys, if you're watching this, let me know what you want to see for content. And those of you who are completely new to publishing, maybe you found my video, hopefully you found it helpful. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below on what you want to see, and I'll produce a video on it to help you out. Until then, so long and good luck. Bye.